Hi everyone, welcome to Arpita Sharma classes. I am Arpita Sharma, your educator, and in the last lecture I told you we'll be studying about collegium and judicial review in the upcoming class. So this is the lecture wherein we are going to study about collegium and judicial review. Now in the last lecture I told you what is a collegium. Collegium system was born through the three judges case which we discussed in detail. So what was collegium? Three judges cases में हमने decide किया था collegium system क्या है, and it has been in practice since 1998. ठीक है, this also we studied in the last lecture. 1998 से ये practice में रहा है collegium system. Why it is used? It is used to make appointments and transfers of judges in the high courts and supreme courts. That too we studied. Now the collegium, what it does, it recommends the names of lawyers or judges to the central government. And similarly, the central government also recommends the names of lawyers and judges to the collegium. Okay, देखो the black sign over here it says collegium recommends names of lawyers, judges to central government. The blue sign says central government also recommends the names of lawyers and judges to the collegium. And the collegium considers the names or suggestions which are made by central government. Okay, and then it resends the file to the government for final approval. तो कोलिजियम क्या करता है, जो प्रपोजल सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से आता है लॉयर्स और जजेस के नेम्स का अपॉइंटमेंट और ट्रांसफर्स के लिए, उनको पढ़ता है, देखता है, ठीक है, उन सजेशंस को कंसिडर करता है और फाइनल अप्रूवल के लिए उन नामों को रीसेंड करता है सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट के पास. Now if collegium resends the same name or suggestions made by central government, then in that case government has to give its assent to the names. जो central government ने suggestions किए दिए हैं नाम के, अगर collegium वापस उन नामों को central government के पास भेज दे, okay, तो गवर्नमेंट को अपनी परमिशन देनी पड़ेगी उन नामों के लिए. बट हियर टाइम लिमिट टू रिप्लाई इज नॉट फिक्स्ड एंड दैट इज द रीजन दैट अपॉइंटमेंट ऑफ जजेस टेक्स सच अ लॉन्ग टाइम. क्यों इतना समय लग जाता है जजेस को अपॉइंट करने में? क्योंकि टाइम लिमिट नहीं है ना गवर्नमेंट के ऊपर रिप्लाई करने का, वापस रिप्लाई करने का. ठीक है, तो इसीलिए क्या होता है, काफी समय ले लेती है गवर्नमेंट. Then if the collegium resents, that we have studied. Now another point is through the 99th Constitutional Amendment Act of 2014, there was another body which was established, which is NGCA, National Judicial Commission Act. It was established through the 99th Constitutional Amendment Act. Please remember this for your preliminary examination, prelims के लिए and even for your interview. Please remember this fact. इस fact को याद रखिएगा. Which amendment was used to establish National Judicial Commission Act? It was 99th Constitutional Amendment Act of 2014. Okay, and this NJCA was established to replace the collegium system, okay, for the appointment of judges. But the Supreme Court upheld the collegium system and it struck down the NGAC as unconstitutional. Because Supreme Court said this NGAC, it involved political executive involvement in judicial appointment, which is against the principles of basic structure of the constitution. Okay, that is the independence of judiciary. यहाँ तक point clear हो गया? So this is the working of collegium and NJAC. Before we move forward is a small announcement for all of you. आपके लिए एक छोटी सी announcement है that Unacademy is going to bring UPSC annual price hike, and it was to be done on 16 December, but on popular demand we have extended it to 23rd December. So from 23rd December, if you are taking a plus combo subscription, you will see a 3000 rupees increment in the price, and if you are taking a GS subscription, you will see a 2000 increment on the price. But if you subscribe before 23rd December, then there will be no price hike for you. अगर 23 दिसंबर से पहले सब्सक्राइब करते हो तो आपको ये एक्स्ट्रा पैसा देना ही नहीं पड़ेगा. Plus you will get 3 months extension for free on every 1 year and above plus GS and plus combo subscription. यानी कि 1 साल का सब्सक्रिप्शन 23 दिसंबर से पहले ले रहे हो प्लस GS का या कॉम्बो का, तो उस पर आपको 3 महीने का एक्सटेंशन फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट मिलेगा. एंड अगर आप कोड यूज करते हो अर्पिता 10, तो इससे आपको 10% का डिस्काउंट भी मिल जाएगा आपके प्लस के सब्सक्रिप्शन के ऊपर. ठीक है, तो फटाफट से लिंक्स नीचे दिए हुए हैं डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में. आज के आज फटाफट से आप सब्सक्राइब कर सकते हो अगर आप सोच रहे हो अपनी तैयारी करना, बिकॉज 22 दिसंबर से नए बैचेस स्टार्ट हो रहे हैं, हिंदी में भी इंग्लिश में भी, और हमारे पास ऑप्शनल के भी बैचेस स्टार्ट हो रहे हैं. तो अगर आप कॉम्बो सब्सक्रिप्शन लेते हो वो ज्यादा बेटर रहेगा, उसमें आपका प्री, मेंस और ऑप्शनल की भी तैयारी आपको करवाई जाएगी. ठीक है, तो आपके हिंदी इंग्लिश बैचेस सेपरेटली हैं, अपने लैंग्वेज प्रेफरेंस के हिसाब से आप अपने बैचेस में एनरोलमेंट ले सकते हो. Now we are going to study the qualification of judges. Now, when we talk about a person which is to be appointed as a judge of Supreme Court, he or she should have the following qualifications. First of all, you have to remember for prelims that Constitution has not prescribed a minimum age for appointment of judges. ओके टू दी सुप्रीम कोर्ट के जज के लिए जो मिनिमम एज होती है वो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में नहीं लिखी हुई. दिस कैन बी आस्क्ड इन प्रीलिम्स. दे कैन ट्विस्ट द स्टेटमेंट. दे कैन से कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन हैज प्रिस्क्राइब्ड मिनिमम एज. दैट विल बी रॉन्ग. कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन हैज नॉट प्रिस्क्राइब्ड. ओके. Now he or she should be a citizen of India. That is obviously but obvious. Then he or she should have been a judge of High Court for 5 years, or he or she should have been an advocate of High Court for 10 years. So here you have to remember the number of years. अगर वो High Court का जज है तो 5 साल के लिए होना चाहिए. अगर एडवोकेट है तो 10 साल के लिए होना चाहिए. ठीक है. एंड ही और शी शुड बी अ डिस्टिंग्विश्ड ज्यूरिस्ट व्हेन इट कम्स टू द ओपिनियन और व्यू पॉइंट ऑफ प्रेसिडेंट. प्रेसिडेंट के ओपिनियन के हिसाब से वो एक डिस्टिंग्विश्ड, काफी डिस्टिंग्विश्ड ज्यूरिस्ट होना चाहिए उनकी नजर में. उस केस में वो क्वालिफाइड होगा सुप्रीम कोर्ट का जज बनने के लिए. ठीक है. नाउ वी विल टॉक अबाउट द रिमूवल ऑफ द जजेस. So when we talk about the removal process, the judges of Supreme Court can be removed from their office by an order of President. But here also President can issue removal only after an address by Parliament has been presented to him. Same session में removal के लिए अगर Parliament उनको एक address present करता है तो उस केस में President remove कर सकते हैं. ठीक है. But this address must be supported by special majority. Now the question is that special majority, what is it? It is a majority of total membership of that house and majority of not less than 2/3 of the members present and voting. Okay, 2/3, remember that. And special majority is required of each house of the parliament, Lok Sabha also, Rajya Sabha also. And there are two basic grounds on which the judges can be removed. First is proved misbehavior, if it has been proved that the judges have misbehaved. Or second, incapacity, when they are no longer in their physical capacity to administer justice. Okay. Now there was a Judges Inquiry Act of 1968 also. This act regulates the procedure relating to the removal of a judge of the Supreme Court, that is through the process of impeachment. And you must have heard about impeachment a lot. But no judge of Supreme Court has been impeached so far. Only motions have been passed, but that too have failed. Impeachment abhi hua nahi hai aaj tak ki history mein. Okay. I told you in the last lecture we'll be studying judicial review also. So what exactly is judicial review? I'll give you a glimpse of it. Judicial review is that power of Supreme Court that Supreme Court uses to examine the constitutionality of legislative enactments and executive orders of central government and state government. सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट जो भी एग्जीक्यूटिव ऑर्डर्स पास करते हैं, लेजिस्लेटिव ऑर्डर्स पास करते हैं, उनकी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनैलिटी यानी कि संवैधानिकता चेक करने के लिए, एग्जामिन करने के लिए जुडिशियल रिव्यू का पावर सुप्रीम कोर्ट यूज करता है. एंड इफ दीज एग्जीक्यूटिव और लेजिस्लेटिव ऑर्डर्स आर फाउंड टू बी वायोलेटिव ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, दैट मीन्स अल्ट्रा वायर्स, then they can be considered as null and void by the Supreme Court. So consequently, they cannot be enforced by the government. Okay, that is the power of judicial review. That is why it is said it's the biggest power Supreme Court has. Judicial review की power जो है काफी strong power होती है जो Supreme Court के पास रहती है. Before we end this lecture, here is a small announcement for all of you. Tomorrow, that is on 19th December, we are hosting All India Free Scholarship Test UPSC Mega Combat at 11 AM in the morning. Unacademy क्या कर रहा है? UPSC Mega Combat launch कर रहा है कल सुबह 11 बजे live. इसके अंदर 1000 लकी पार्टिसिपेंट्स को मिलेंगे अमेजिंग गैजेट्स एंड गिफ्ट वाउचर्स जैसे कि आईपैड, HP लैपटॉप एटसेट्रा. एंड questions will be created by top educators of UPSC CSA, and after this combat you will be getting video solutions, detailed video solutions by top educators. So this is a 1-hour test, 56 questions you will have to solve. It will be in Hindi also, English also. Give this test live to secure rank, and it will be like your prelims exam. And do not forget to use code ARPITA10 to enroll in this free scholarship test tomorrow. Okay, the link is given below in the description box.